There might be more than just numeric data that your program needs. Sometimes you have to have alphanumeric data entered. And for that, we'll use just scanner object dot next. Right, so I'm going to make a here. Let's say destination. And just for the purpose of illustration, I just want to do this a little bit different. You can declare a variable and then just stop there and then use it later. So I have my prompt and then destination equals keyboard dot next by itself. It's not an integer, right, or a double. It's just textual data, string data. So we just say keyboard dot next. So then we'll just echo the data back out. System dot out dot print line. Let's say total people are going to destination. So recompile and say, what is the number of shuttles? 3. How far is it to the airport? 9.5 miles. What is the destination? Atlanta. Okay, 36 people are going to Atlanta. Let's say 36 people. People are going to Atlanta. And split that on 2 lines so we can see it all. All right, now, that's fine when the input is just a single word that doesn't have any spaces in it. But watch what happens if I run it again without recompiling. I haven't made any changes. Well, you know what? Actually, I did. I split this line here. Let's stop the program and recompile. Okay, so number of shuttles, 5. 6 people there. How far is the airport? And what is the destination? New York. New York. 60 people are going to New. Okay, so the York didn't get picked up. Right, so next, by itself like this, the way it's used here, this will stops when a space is read. So I put a space in the input right here, right, and that's where the command stopped. So York just gets dropped. Okay, it doesn't get stored in the variable. To accommodate data with text in it, it's a little bit tricky. All right, first thing is I have to say next line. That's not quite enough, but that's part of it. So let's recompile and see what that does. Number of shuttles, 3. Let's say we figured out a shortcut. We can get there in 8 miles. Well, what is the destination 36 people are going to? What's going on? All right, so my prompt came out, but then the input statement seems like it didn't execute. Right? It just went straight ahead to the output, right? And destination, there is no destination. See, so it looks like it skipped this line. Right? So all along, when we do the operation with a scanner object, execution stops and waits for us to put something in. This time it didn't. And the problem is that we switched from parsed input to just line-oriented input. And we have what's called a trailing new line error. This is a trailing new line error. All right. The statement, what that means is the statement was satisfied by a previous enter. So what happens when we had this statement? All right, I put in a number, and then I pressed enter. Well, the number got stored in the variable, but this enter key press sort of is hanging now in the input. It's still there. So when the scanner object is told to read another line, it looks at this and says, oh, well, here's one. I'll just take that one. Right, and so it doesn't stop because there's already something there that satisfies it. So it seems to skip it. It's actually not skipping it. It's just blasting through, right, and satisfied with the enter from the previous line. So when that happens, and that'll only happen when you're mixing different kinds of inputs. So when you're going from next double or next int or even just next, a plain old next, when you use then a next line after one of those, you have to clear the previous line ending. So what you need is just a statement like this, and you can put it anywhere in between, this statement and the next statement. I'm going to put it right here, right, and this will be a next line statement right, without a left-hand side. So this is one instance where you'll use a scanner method without a left-hand side, because what you're trying to do is finish clearing the input buffer from previous method. So let's recompile that. What's the number of shuttles? 2. How far is it to the airport? 8. What is the destination? Aha, it's there. See? It stopped on this. All right, so we have what is the destination? All right, then what happened was this executed and it consumed the enter key press, because right here I pressed 8 and then enter. So this statement here, line 30, consumed the enter, right? So that now when execution reaches line 31 and this executes, there's nothing in the input buffer to satisfy it, so the system has to wait for me to put something. So I can put a 2-word input, and both words now get picked up and stored in the variable.